And the lie detector says that was a motherfucker.
Hello, loungies. Today we are getting into more messy TEA. I have my #1 fake hater badge of honor on. Let's go.
Okay, so we have WhiteGirl. Okay, y'all know she be doing the comedian stuff. Some people like her, some people don't like her. But she is weighing in on Mrs. Journey Pie Little Pink Face and her behavior. Everybody is weighing in on this because this is going viral. This is a topic. People are, giving their opinions and stuff like that. And she's giving hers. And I want y'all to let me know, is she reaching or is she accurate?
Blueface's daughter is bad as she need her mother ass whooped. Send that big head over here with me. I'll whoop that little girl ass for you. Send her back with love. She need her ass whooped.
What she do?
She bad as a motherfucker. It's a video viral right now. She really mad at the kid for not being bad. She a nasty little some of them kids just nasty.
Yeah,
She's very shut up, mom. It's like, what is wrong with you?
That usually be the kids with the silver teeth and shit.
Environment.
Yeah, some kids, it don't be the parents, it be the kids.
I don't know. I mean, I guess the environment is like, I don't know. I think she has a good mom. I mean, from the outside looking in, Jada always came across like the one person that's sane over there. Yeah. So it was like, she is just, that little girl. And I'm telling y'all,
he do that.
My kids are bad. I haven't made a well-behaved child yet. My kids, no, you're wrong. My kids are bad. So, I've had the kind of household where you come in that motherfucker, you like, nigga jumping around, yelling and all that.
I mean, no parent out here is perfect, as long as everybody's trying, right? And not being weirdos out here and stuff like that. My thing is, we know that kids go through phases and stuff like that, but that phase is never going to end. They're going to get comfortable being that way, thinking it's cute, thinking it's okay, because they're not getting corrected. Now, don't get me wrong. If Jaden wants to have her daughter talking and acting that way, that's on her. That's something she has to do with. We don't got to do with that, but we are going to just have a conversation about it. Some things some parents don't condone and some parents do condone. Me personally, I don't condone that. She's a little toddler and she shouldn't even be doing all of that goddamn shit. Okay? I would expect for older kids that start having that attitude, start feeling themselves and shit like that, and just, getting a little bit mature and shit like that, them type of ages might test you. Okay, but these are the learning ages. These are like the learning ages where they start mimicking everything and they're learning and experiencing the world and the people around them and seeing how they move and then. So yeah, this is a critical time for Journey right now for them to really nip this in the bud before it get worse. That's all we saying. But like I said, if she wants Journey Pie to stay that way, by all means, go ahead and do so. People just gonna say they don't agree with what's going on. Do y'all think Jaden is gonna respond or Carlis is gonna respond to WhiteGirl? Okay, y'all. So now we have an update with David and Celeste. Y'all know they doing their investigation. They have found some things. Chainsaws was born and all type of evidence. Okay, we're gonna get into that. We're gonna do a little bit of reading. If you don't like my reading, my pronunciations, anything, please pause and read it yourself. Thank you. We're gonna get into an update with David, okay, and Celeste. So David is charged with murder, okay, continuous of a child. All right, so he dismembered the body of Celeste, okay. Prosecutors believe David unalived the 14-year-old runaway in April 23rd, 2025. David is charged with murder. Okay. David's after David allegedly unalived Celeste Rivas, the 21-year-old singer purchased a shovel, 2 chains, a body bag, heavy-duty laundry bags, and a blue inflatable pool from Amazon and Home Depot, prosecutors claim. Now, we're about to get into some of the court documents, so let's get into that. Okay, so this is with David, okay. This was dated April 29th, 2026. So, background facts. The surveillance video and other evidence confirmed that the defendant was the last person to drive the vehicle on July 29th, 2025, before he left Los Angeles on a concert tour. Okay? Y'all can pause to read the rest of that if y'all would like. Okay, so the victim and the defendant met in January 2022 when she was 11 years old. They began an actual relationship in November 2023 when the victim was just 13 years old and the defendant was 18. That's some pedo stuff, okay? After they identified a phone number in the victim's phone records that belonged to him, during the call, defendant claimed he had spoken to the victim last on February 13th or the 14th of 2024, but stated he was unaware she was a minor or that she had been reported missing. So they did a welfare check at the defendant's home. The deputies went to the defendant's home that night at 8:15 p.m. and informed him that the victim was a 13-year-old runaway. Defendant again claimed he was unaware she was a minor and he had only met the victim once in person in November 2023. However, defendant showed deputies a yearbook photo of the victim he had on his cell phone. Although he claimed to be unaware of where the victim was at the time, she returned home 2 days later. Despite being informed by law enforcement the victim was only 13, the defendant continued to pursue her. So, pedo, you knew, even if you didn't know, when you found out and was aware, you still was going, that's pedo vibes. Okay, let's see. Throughout 2024, the victim spent a significant amount of time with the defendant, including summer weekends at his home in the Hollywood Hills and traveling with him to Las Vegas, London, and Texas to meet his family. So she was out and about at only 13 years old with him, a child. Okay, so the text messages between the victim and the defendant contain reference to sex, pregnancy, abortion, and the use of the Plan B emergency contraceptive. There are also explicit photographs documenting and corroborating their actual relationship. In November 2024, the defendant and the victim broke up, although they continue to communicate, and text messages suggest they also continue to have actual relations. April 23rd, 2025 is likely the date of the victim's death, and when all her cellular activities ceased. The night prior, April 22nd, 2025, defendant and the victim engaged in a lengthy argument described and detailed in their text messages. The messages revealed the victim's jealousy over defendant's relationship with other women, as defendant led her to believe they had a future together. She became extremely upset and threatened to disclose damaging information about her relationship with the defendant to end his career and destroy his life. Defendant's first studio album was due to be released on April 25th, 2025. He had an emerging multi-million-dollar career already in progress. He also had multiple product endorsements, which were highly profitable. At approximately 8:40 p.m. on April 23rd, 2025, the defendant sent an Uber to transport the victim from her Lake home to his residence. They communicated before and during her Uber ride, which dropped her off at the defendant's Hollywood Hills home around 10:10 p.m. At approximately 10:30 p.m., defendant sent text message to the victim inquiring where she was. The people contend this was part of the defendant's premeditated plan to cover up the murder, as she was already unalive by this time. Knowing he had to silence the victim before she ruined his music career, as she had threatened. Very soon after her arrival at his home, the defendant stabbed the victim to death multiple times and stood by while she bled out. At no time did he call law enforcement or 911 or take her to an emergency room to attempt to save her life. So evidence. Let's get into the evidence, okay? So, the description of photographs, all right, with the victim naked, as well as while she was engaged with the defendant in actual activities when she was 13. At this evidence constitutes child sexual abuse material. The photographs themselves will not be presented, while all possible charges that could be proven were not filed. The CSAM, whatever, is proof of their ongoing sexual relationship while the victim was 13 and 14 years old. Numerous text messages between the defendant and the victim, all right, evidencing their actual relationship, pregnancy, abortion, and use of Plan B emergency contraceptive messages, okay? Messages through March 2025 prove defendant continued to manipulate the victim as she messaged, "All we do is have sex and just hang out. Man, I want more than that for myself." These messages were obtained from the defendant's iCloud data. Defendant's cellular activity and communications derived from defendant's iPhone and Tesla, which demonstrated defendant's activities from April 22nd, 2025 to April 24th, 2025, including a trip to Santa Barbara County in the middle of the night after the victim arrived at his Hollywood Hills home. Surveillance video of the defendant driving his Tesla on July 29, 2025 for the last time before parking the vehicle and leaving on tour at the end of July. DNA evidence developed from blood stains collected from defendant's garage, which matched the victim's genetic profile. Okay, so they have blood DNA evidence at his garage, okay, with her DNA. Proof of defendant Amazon purchases and deliveries to his residence, including two chainsaws, a body bag, an inflatable pool, heavy-duty laundry bags, and a burn cage after April 24th, 2025. Proof of the defendant's purchase and delivery from Postmates of a shovel from Home Depot to his home on April 24th, 2025. Uber records showing defendant's transaction where he ordered an Uber to pick up the victim from her lake home and transport her to his residence the night of April 23rd, 2025. Proof of defendant's career as a singer and songwriter prior to April 23rd, 2025. Defendant had an album release party on the night of April 24th, 2025, before embarking on an international tour in late July 2025. Text messages exchanged between defendant and the victim on April 22nd and April 23rd, 2025, where the victim threatened to expose defendant and destroy his career. So that's basically what they're saying that the unaliving was about. Okay, so it's kind of looking like everything is going towards him. It's looking like he's going down. The evidence, everything is pointing to him. If there is a co-conspirator or something, somebody that helped them, maybe somebody else chopped the body up or something, I don't know, but right now it's looking like it's all on David. That there was chitter chatter, remember there was chitter chatter about a possible other person helping David, but we don't know. We're gonna only buy what we just heard. It's crazy. People mindsets, I don't know how people could have these type of mindsets, like, but you know, when you are not like, if you don't have any type of understanding on certain things, it might be like a little, you know, confusing because you're not used to that. Your mindset's like not like that, so you can just like, it's mind-boggling. Like, and she was a minor. His mindset was already like weirded out. You was talking to her when she was 11 years old and you was 18 or 12 years old. Either way it goes, you was way too old to be with her. I just feel like, and for people saying, oh, where's the parents is definitely trying. As a parent, unless you're holding your kid hostage in the house 24/7, okay, and tying them up so they won't move and sneak out doors. It depends on the child and, you know, stuff like that. It's not a lot of the parents' faults. As long as the parents was trying, they took away her phone. They told the daughter that they was not comfortable with her speaking to that boy and doing all of the things she was doing, but she decided that she wanted to do whatever she wanted to do. And then on top of that, she was with an older guy who was playing with her the whole time and manipulating her. And she's a minor. She's a kid. Don't know better. I just feel sorry for anybody, any female that is going through any type of anything with a man, because these times is crucial. It's getting worse and worse. Every time I turn around, it's a female or a kid or a child, a woman, some female species getting unalived, harm, or any by men. Oh shit. You can't trust nobody. You can't like nobody. You can't do nothing nowadays. Okay, so now we have Tasha K. Okay, so we already spoke about Nicki with the alleged split from her husband, Mr. Kenneth Petty. Everything is allegedly. None of them came out to speak about it or any of the sort. So I don't know. It's up and it's stuck in the air, right? But Tasha K is coming at Vlad because Vlad put it out. We already spoke about that. And she's sticking up for Nicki Minaj. And some people were saying that she is up Nicki's ass. She never holds Nicki accountable. Every time she covers Nicki, is never, you know, like how she be covering all the other topics and stuff like that. I guess that's when people be like, oh, she's biased, she biased. Oh, she's on a payroll, whatever. Me personally, when people's like, oh, you must be on the payroll, or you must be you must be this because you just, what are you talking about? Y'all gotta understand, when people are not ass kissing somebody, no matter who it is, if that person is not like, yeah, that's good, that's okay, yes, I love that, yeah, just be ass kissing and the whole time, don't be feeling that way. So if you are an ass kisser out here, you are not called biased. Okay, you're called whatever they want to call you. But when you like a person but hold them accountable and you call out those things, oh, you're biased. So if I just praise this person and no matter good or bad or whatever the hell they doing, I just got to kiss their ass, then I'm not biased, huh? What is going on? But let's just get into what Tasha K had to say about Nicki Minaj. Okay? And y'all let me know how y'all feel about it, because PSA winos. So DJ Vlad woke up this morning playing gossip blogger. He's reporting that Nicki Minaj and her husband Kenneth Petty allegedly split, claiming his primary residence in Queens was registered back in April 2025. Like, that's proof. So does this seem as if she's about to start defending Nicki Minaj and these rumors as if she has proof that it's a lie? What y'all think is going to happen in the next post that she puts out? This is what she says. But let's use common sense for a second. If she put him out in April 2025, why were they just seen together months later at the high-profile Trump advisor wedding? Tasha K, I would think that you know by now that just because people are around each other, that doesn't mean that they're together. We've seen a lot of people that was actually separated or about to get divorced, and they was in the public eye like they was a happy family, and it wasn't the case. So please. The timeline ain't timelining, and let's be real, since when did DJ Vlad become a gossip blogger? Wasn't he just doing sit-down interviews? Oh yeah, Boosie quit. Or are the guests drying up, so now he trying to slide into a female lane? Y'all sound off below. Is this real wine or reaching? Well, I don't think that, T is T. You get what I'm saying? That's just what the internet is for. If somebody want to expose some shit or pop some shit, that's just what they're going to do. I do personally feel like Tasha K definitely be riding Nicki's pussy lips, okay? And it does come off as if she is like a paid employee to make sure that she covers only good news by Nicki Minaj. No slander, no nothing. NDAs was signed or something, because that's what it's given to me. Because it don't never seem like Tasha K holds Nicki accountable for anything that has been topics online, or anything, or any of the rants, or any of the anything that she be doing. Tasha K is just like, oh, she's a queen. Like, yeah, that's what people be talking about when people don't hold them accountable and stuff. But when you hold them accountable, right, you're a flip-flopper, or you're biased, or you're... People just be weird. But anyways, we're gonna see what Tasha K do when she covers Nicki Minaj thing, because I seen a clip of her saying she's gonna try to do her stories or whatever with Nicki. I don't know. She said something, but we don't know. She sees what people were saying, that she don't hold Nicki accountable and this and this and that. So I guess we're gonna see how that go. And will Nicki respond? Okay, y'all. So we have Rollie in Pressure. Y'all know Pressure is on Baddies Chapter 2. They're filming, and so is Rollie. Even after she just got surgeries, and even after her arm popped open at the reunion, she's still on Baddies. But guess what? Pressure got some things to say, because allegedly Rollie is being PC'd up.
If you bitches know that y'all on a no-touch list, just stop talking. Because you can't get touched, babe. You're on a list. A no-touch list, babe. PC'd up, babe. So don't say nothing about bitch not doing anything, because you can't get touched at all. Are you going to be busted open? Are you going to be... Yeah, motherfucker. Hello? So all you bitches that's on the no-touch list, it's an extensive list. Please shut the fuck up now. If you...
I mean, the Pressure lie? You on a show for fighting. You're on injured reserve because you don't want to pop open like a goddamn pinata again. Cause who in their right mind is gonna go on a type of show like that with all those type of activities after they get surgery and you're not even fully healed? Cause how you getting busted open? And then we're gonna listen to what Rollie had to say. And when I tell you she have an excuse of she has a booking of excuses. A book of excuses, because ain't no way but your grown ass that you're blaming the zoo security, you're blaming this, you're blaming that, instead of blaming yourself. Because why would you go up there after surgery? Like, you're... Take accountability, Rollie. Please. Please. You can't be on a show where there's fighting and then you're popping shit acting like you're gonna do something or say something and you're doing whatever you're doing to provoke these people, knowing it's a fighting show. It's not like you're on the internet just popping in and people feel some type of way about it. You don't got nothing to do with that. But you're putting yourself on a fighting show, popping shit and talking shit and doing shit on the scene, knowing you're on injured reserve. But let's just listen to what Rollie had to say.
My arm. The hole is now closed because Summer, and I don't care, Summer literally requested for the guards. She requested for her to come out in the audience because she didn't want to come out from the door part where we usually come out because she knew she was going to get her ass whooped by almost everybody she didn't talk shit about. Then on top of that, she requested for security to not let nobody like really do nothing to her. So when y'all see me fighting her, the reason why she got them hits is because the security guards grabbed my arm. And when he did that, when they started grabbing me and shit, the nigga was pulling my arm so hard that the hole stretched open even more. Bro, I was done for. I said there's no fucking way. When I looked at that shit the next morning, it was like green and yellow and I could see in my arm. I could see in there. I'm like, I almost fucking fainted, bro. I was like, I gotta go to the hospital. Went to the hospital. They told me that there was nothing that they can do for me because it's a surgical fucking thing and I would have to go back to my surgeon. And when I called my surgeon, he told me that basically it will close on its own. So he sent me some more 1% silver cream and I used that this whole time to close it up. The reunion one, before we came here, the reunion one about like 2 weeks ago. So imagine after your arm being stretched back open 2 weeks.
I liked Rollie when I first seen her on The Chance of Love, or yeah, it was The Chance of Love or something, one of the brothers, right? I liked her on there. She seemed real raw, upfront, real funny, and you know, she wasn't doing too much, right? A little on throughout the years since she been on Baddies, I'll say probably, I can't remember all the Baddies because it's so much, but I could say the first 3 seasons of Baddies, I liked Rollie. For some reason, along towards the end of the seasons, it's something just about her is just like forced, fake, extra. Like now, all of a sudden, she wants to be kumbaya, acting like she has this fake growth and stuff, like as if she's better than everybody, and we know when she's not. There's no real adults over there because nobody in their right mind could be mature, hold accountability to themselves and all type of stuff. It's just like a lot of weird stuff going on, but I guess that's what makes Baddies. Chill. But Rollie, please, okay? You're making excuses with Summer. You got beat up, and that is it, and that is all. I can't post up the clip from Baddies, but I watched the reunion, and Summer was binking you up. Y'all had plenty of opportunity, enough time to do what you had to do, Rollie, okay? You was getting binked up by Summer. She was beating that ass. And the security that you're talking about with all this yanking and pulling and all this extra shit, what I seen when he first started breaking it up, he only was using one arm. He was like this, like in between them, you know, trying to block them with one arm. So how much can his one arm do with your big ass? And Summer over there binking you up? Not much. And if y'all seen the reunion and y'all seen the Summer and Rollie fight with the securities, let me know what y'all think. Because I feel like at the end, towards the end of the fight, that's when the security started holding Rollie. And like, I don't know what type of hold he was doing, but he had her over there at the corner, like on the side. And Summer was like, she was popping her shit. Rollie, just say you lost. Just say you lost. That's it. You think you gonna win every fight? Child.
Hey, my loungies, this video is a wrap. Everything is alleged and not personal. It's not that serious. Oh yeah, make sure to subscribe.
Lately I've been in my bag, but told me don't take my foot off the gas. They give you an inch, gonna take you a mile. I'ma shoot by myself like a 10 foul. City to city.